Hey everybody, it's Miss MozzyDee. I'm getting ready to go to work and I wanted to show you something very fast, a simple hairstyle that I do on a daily basis. I'm going to use a teasing brush again with the comb, the pick at the end, a teasing comb with the pick at the end, my 1-inch curling iron again, some pin curl clips, some clips to separate my hair, and suavecita to smooth out any flyaways, and some Big Sexy Hair spray and stay. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this comb and lightly brush through my hair. This hair was washed yesterday, so it's fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and separate my hair into a small section at the front. And this time I want to make sure that it's kind of even and uniform at the line. And I'm going to go ahead and pin curl only this top part. So if you want, you can go ahead and take a clip and put back the rest of your hair in the meantime. And in this section, I'm going to separate it into two. And horizontal. And then this section that I'm going to go ahead and pull back and pin curl this front section and separate the front section into little 1-inch sections. So I'm going to go ahead and curl it. Then take my finger, go through the bottom and just gather it toward the top, pin it down with your pin curl clip and let it sit. Continue on, another 1-inch section. I like to go in the same direction because that's the direction that it's gonna usually go in. But with this one, it doesn't really matter what side you go to, either the left or the right, as long as they're all uniform, going in the same direction. Okay, gather it up, put it down, and take this section, and since I have flyaways here, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and take my suavecita, a little dab, rub it together on my fingers, and just follow through. And as you can see, they're being very cooperative. So instead of going that direction, I'm just going to go the opposite direction, because it's not uniform. Usually like to go in the same direction, but sometimes your hair doesn't want to cooperate, so you're going to have to make adjustments. So this one, I'll just roll it in. Now I'm going to take the back section and do the same thing. This one has flyaways, so I put a little suavecita in that also. Notice my makeup's already done. I tried doing a tutorial for it right now, but it didn't pan out, so I didn't like how it came out. I'm gonna go ahead and do another one tomorrow. You can see how I usually do my makeup. So, continuing on, pin curling it. Divide it into 1-inch sections. And then get a little bit of suavecita. So as you can see, I have a lot more flyaways on this tutorial because I just washed my hair. So I usually like to do this kind of hairstyle that I'm doing today, which is the barrel roll with the headscarf, and then the rest of my hair just curled normally when it's just washed. It's pretty easy to do. And the last one, suavecita, put in for the flyaways, curl, and this one did cooperate, so it's going in the same direction as the rest of them, the majority of them. So I'm going to take the Big Sexy hairspray and spray lightly at the top while it dries, or while it sets, I should say. Okay, so I'm going to take down the rest of my hair, and it's wavy, not really straight, which is good because then it holds the curl a little bit more. So I'm just going to go around my hair and lightly, and just go around and curling it, not being very specific about where and what section, because this is basically just going to be pulled back and wrapped in a headscarf. So I'm just making sure every section is going to get curled. And this is where you use your comb. Okay, so I'm done curling my hair. See how they're very loose? So I'm just kind of like breaking up the curls a little bit. So I'm done curling that part. I'm going to go ahead and take this down now since it's cooled down. And I gather them all together, kind of like putting them all together in one direction. And then I'm going to take my brush, the teasing brush, and just blend them together and brush them together in the same direction going forward. Okay, so you can either separate the top so that way this part doesn't get teased, and just leave it back toward the back and tease the front part with your teasing comb very high, depending on how high you want your barrel. Okay, that one's completely teased. It looks funny. And now you can bring the other section of the hair over the top of it and just comb through the top so it's all together. And now this is where you spray hairspray again at the bottom. Spray liberally. Let it dry a little bit. And gather the sides of the flowers. Spray again. So that way the flyaways are a little bit tame. Okay, now this is where I do my ferrule. See how it's already curled in at the end? All you have to do basically is just gather it all together and roll it down. And I like my hair pretty big, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the comb and tease it again. Just make it a little sturdier and higher at the base. The good thing about that hairspray is that it doesn't have a lot of flaking to it. So when you tease it again, nothing comes out. There's no flaking. So now that it's pretty much together, I'm gonna go ahead and take some bobby pins, and I forgot to mention I needed that. So let me get my bobby pins out. Okay, got my bobby pins. I did notice that there's a little bit of flyaways here. This is where the suavecita comes in again. You can use a little dab and just get those little flyaways that are not cooperating. And at the same time, there's some flyaways at the top that I need to tame, so I'm pushing it down. The suavecita. Okay. I'm gonna spray it again. And then just roll down. Now take the bobby pin and slide it into the inside of that roll. I'm going to take another pin and crisscross into that bobby pin that I already put in. So now that it's smooth, I'm going to spray the outside again and smooth down any other flyaways that are in the way. Okay, so now you see the curl right there. I'm going to go ahead and spray it again. And now this is where I spread out the roll so that way it touches the end of my head. On the forehead. So I'm just expanding it. And spray. Okay. So now that it's in the style that I want, I'm going to go ahead and take another bobby pin and pin it down here to my scalp so it stays there. And spray it in. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take a headscarf. I'm going to push back my hair behind my ears. And depending on how thick your hair is, you might want to put some bobby pins behind your ears in case that it doesn't hold with just the headscarf. Some flyaways here. Okay, so if that's the case, go ahead and take your bobby pin and pin it behind your ear. And then spray. That way it stays there. Now take the other side, another bobby pin, and pin it down behind your ear. And spray. Now, my hair's pretty light, so I don't really need the bobby pins, and they get loose toward the end of the day, so I'm just gonna take them out and just tuck my hair behind my ears. This depends on how it feels to you. Okay. Well, now, since it's St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to use this green headscarf that I got from the Vintage Box on Instagram. You can order it through her on her Instagram by just emailing her on PayPal, or emailing her, actually sending your email so she can invoice you. The Instagram is VintageBox1947. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my headscarf and put it into a triangular shape. It's square. And then I like to fold this in half with the pointy end going to the bottom. And then again, rolling it down section by section. So that way it gradually forms into this little rectangular. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put it underneath my hair. And I like to cover my ears, so it's up to you what your preference is, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it, extending it out so that way you don't ruin your barrel roll, and tying it down. What I like to do is to anchor down the scarf with bobby pins, just to make sure it doesn't move when you're tying it. So now that it's pretty secure, I will go, and I like to make it at an angle so it's kind of like going against the direction of the barrel. There you go. Oh, and now this is kind of extending out. So I'm just going to try to fold it in a little bit so it's more defined. And here, I usually don't like to show bobby pins, but I don't want to ruin the scarf by putting a hole in it, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a bobby pin over it. And I like to take another one and crisscross it so that it's anchoring the headscarf. Same thing with this side. Put in the bobby pin and crisscross the other one. Okay, so now that we have our headscarf in, it depends on what you like to do with your hair. Since it's like separating at the top because of the ponytail I had it in earlier, I'm going to brush it out. So I'm going to take the teasing brush and smooth out the top. And I'm going to keep the bottom curls in and not brush them out. So now all you have to do is spray. And make sure that the front looks uniform and pretty. And just spray all over. Okay, and you're ready. So this is the basic look that I do most of my work days, and it's pretty easy, and once you get the hang of it, it's gonna be pretty fast. So I hope you liked this tutorial, and let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm Miss MozzyDee. Thank you so much. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Miss MozzyDee. Thank you. Bye.